who keep saying, I'm not going to teach him how to love me. You better. Why? Because you don't come with an instructor's manual. The number one reason for the end of most relationships and marriages, you didn't communicate how you felt. It is unrelayed communication or needs. They are not mind readers. So unless you have a sorcerer or a warlock cuffed up with you, you got to tell them how to love you. You got to teach them. You have to train them how to love you. Fellas, don't let your pride get in the way at this point. This is not to demean you or to hurt your feelings, to make you feel less than, to put you down. This is a learning moment, a teaching moment. So be open to critique. If you're not open to learning or learning her love language, then at least pay attention and study her. So that way you don't have to worry about her telling you anything because you've watched her and you know. Men's pride puffs them up and then you end up fumbling a good thing. And I think most times it's been unintentional. So if that is the case, swallow your pride, listen, pay attention, watch. Ladies, watch how you're talking to him as you're teaching him. Tone does matter, which is something I'm learning now. Tone matters. As you are delivering your points to him, tell him the one time, because there are some men who will consider what you're saying or doing as nagging. To me, that also comes because it's from a place of pride. I don't want somebody that acts like my mother. If you don't want that, then take heed to the notes I'm giving you. Or like I said, watch, study me, pay attention. But ladies, be very vocal about what you want and watch your delivery. If he doesn't want to take heed to what you're telling him, that tells you everything you need to know. Both parties, just be mindful of the giving and the receiving of information that was needed from the start. You didn't communicate it. Best believe me, in this next relationship, it is going to be, this is how you love Cheryl Renee. This is how you communicate with Cheryl Renee. This is how problems are solved with Cheryl Renee. I'm going to be present. That is the one thing I want out of this next relationship, is to absolutely be present, not just simply show up. I'm going to be a part of it, a very, very vocal part of it. In my past relationships, I was everything they wanted me to be. Everything. They said move, I went. They said be this, I became. They said hold your breath till you're blue in the face, I gasped for air. They needed a servant, I was a slave. They needed a plaything, I was their sex toy. Turn your cheek to all their ignorance. I'd give them the other cheek just so they could repeat the same offense over and over again. When they said look a fool, I applied all the MAC makeup there was and looked a hot mess. When they said don't fight it, I would lay there and take it. When they said die, I buried myself in a facade of so-called love and a relationship that was nothing but lust. But there's a such thing as resurrection. Today, I'm going to be here for me, for Cheryl Renee. If I don't like it, I'm speaking up. If you can't respect my boundaries, I will remove myself. I am not going to be manipulated into staying with you. Not at all. And I ain't going to feel bad about it either. Sometimes you have to be selfish. You have to love you enough to know when it's time. Time for a change. Time to say no. Time to set your boundaries. Time to say bye. Deuces. Relationships are about give and take. But if you keep giving and giving and giving, and they're comfortable with taking and taking and watching you drown, where does that leave you? That is a hurtful place to be in. And to be silent about it too. What are you doing? You're suffering just to stay cuffed up, just to say couples goals. Absolutely. Teach them how to love you. Train them how to operate in your presence, outside of your presence. He needs to know what he's dealing with. And you cannot get upset if you do not communicate that with him and he doesn't know or he doesn't understand. Did you tell him? No? So then why are you mad? You're telling your mama and them, your daddy and them, your friends, your co-workers, your work husband. Everybody knows but him. Now, if you are married, there's a chance that some of you may not have said anything. And now you're walking around huffing and puffing and breathing hard because you did not tell him what you desire, what you like. But if y'all been together and you done told this dude, look, I like this, I want that, I need this, and he chose not to listen, person does not respect that, that shows to me they don't care. There are a lot of people in a relationship and they're alone. You're secretly upset, you're mad, you're angry because he's not reading your mind because you didn't tell him what's up. If you're going to be in a relationship, speak up. Be vocal from the gate. Once you become serious, just feel the situation out, see where y'all are going. They need to do the same for you. So that way there's no guessing. No one should be shocked in the middle of a relationship. Where's the point where we take responsibility for our actions? When do you take accountability? I didn't tell him, so he didn't know. I didn't voice how I felt, so he didn't know. When I was in relationships, I didn't know I needed to voice my opinion. I didn't know I needed to voice my say-so. I was very young in my first relationship. I was very young messing around with men. I did not know how to handle them because I did not know what was expected of me. You could do what you wanted, and I just went along with it because that I knew of, that's how it works. It does not. And if you cannot operate the way I need you to for me, then I'm sorry. Good luck in your search. So, if you've enjoyed this video, subscribe to me. Come chill. Come hang. Love you.